What you want with my body, boy? It's too hot in this jumper. I've got to take it off. It's too hot. I'm gonna have sweat patches now. Hello and welcome back to the Try Hard channel. Today I'm doing a Christmas makeup tutorial. Let's get into it. Okay, now that my hair is out of my way, I'm going to moisturise my face with the Nivea Daily Essentials Light Moisturising Day Cream. And this is for normal and combination skin. Next, I'm going to apply my foundation, and today I will be using the Infallible Stay Fresh Foundation 24-Hour Fights Makeup Meltdown. To apply that, I'm going to use my fingers first of all, and I'm going to dot it over my face. Sorry if I'm looking down, I have my mirror down there. On my cheeks. And then the last few bits on my neck, as this is slightly too pink for me, so I need to blend it down my neck. There we go. Now I'm just going to use my fingers today, I think, as I have misplaced my sponge and normal foundation brushes like this often leave it streaky. Sorry if the light keeps changing at all, it's because, well, there wasn't any sun anyway, but it started to rain outside, so it's gone all grey and gross instead of being grey and bright. And this is why you bring makeup bags, ladies and gentlemen. Now I look pale and ghostly like the rest of me. Now that I've blended it in with my fingers, I'm going to take a darker concealer, one that's about 2 shades darker than my skin tone, I'd say. And I'm going to use that as my cream kind of liquid contour. So I'm going to put it under my cheekbones. It's actually a good tip is to do it just on top, just above where you think you should need to put it. So if you find the dent there, which is usually from the top of your ear to the corner of your mouth, and then you do it up a little bit onto the actual cheekbone, and that lifts your cheekbones and creates more dimension underneath your cheeks. I'm also going to apply it underneath my jawline because Lord knows I need it, under my lip, probably a little bit on my nose as I have a gross bump I want to cover, and then a tiny bit on the temples and a little bit on the forehead because we don't want too much there. And for that I'm using Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 10, and for like underneath my cheeks and my jawline, and then for my forehead I'm using the Rimmel London Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Effect and Radiant Glow Concealer. And again, I'm going to blend that out with my fingers. I'm not going to blend it down past the point that I put it, or really like the hollows of my cheeks. I'm going to blend it up, because if I blend it down, then that's going to push in my jawline even more. And I don't want that thing to push in, I want it to push out. To blend my neck, I'm going to use my fingers, but then I'm going to go over with that foundation brush as I just need to buff it out a lot. Once you've blended that out, you're going to take some light concealer. I'm going to be using I think this is the Collection Lasting Perfection, one of the two, and it's in number 1, of course. And I'm going to blend this out before I apply the rest. I'm going to make sure this goes on the apple of my cheek and on top of my cheekbones too, to highlight them a little bit. I'm also going to blend it into my inner corner and across my eyelid to act as a little bit of a base and a primer. Now I'm going to take the same concealer as I said before. I'm going to put it on my chin, my cupid's bow and lip area, my nose at the tip, and here and up onto my forehead. Next I'm going to apply some, blush, but I'm going to apply some liquid slush cream blush. So I'm using the Rimmel Wake Me Up Instant Radiance Shimmer Touch blush in the shade Radiant Rose. This is 002. I'm applying that to my kind of apple of my cheek and blending it up. Next I'm going to powder the skin with the Rimmel Stay Matte in Transparent. This is good powder, I like this one. And I'm powdering all over my face. But lightly though, not too, don't want it to be cakey. But we do want it to last. course I've got concealer on my top. Once that is nice and powdered and you've hidden the concealer that you've gotten on your lovely clothes, you don't have to wash now. Yay! We're going to start on the eyebrows, which is one of my favourite parts. An angled brush. This is a fairly large angled brush actually, but I prefer this one because it gets it done quicker. And to fill in my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Smashbox Shape Matters palette. I'm using the lightest, lightest shade to fill in the eyebrow, and then the darkest one to define underneath and the tail. I'm going to zoom you in a bit so that you can see. To avoid making the front too harsh, like I don't like to draw a solid line and then a line out, I like to take a bit of powder on my brush, and I'm going to place the brush just underneath where the hairs start and brush upwards, flick it up to create a more natural kind of shape, I guess. Take some of the darkest shade and define just underneath the brow. And as you might be able to see, I don't know if you can because I can't on camera, let's define just underneath the brow. I'm also going to do just above and the tail of the brow, or fill it in the tail, not just the outside. I'm taking the Maybelline Brow Drama in medium brown. I'm going to do the other brow now. How brow, nice cow. And we are done with the brow gel. I look insane. I'm going to take a fairly large fluffy brush. How do you do that? It's not that big, but it's fluffy. And we're going to take the lightest shade from the Smashbox Shape Matters palette, and we're going to put it all over the lid and up to the brow. It's light brown, not the taupe, just the light brown. And it's kind of a warm toned light brown, and we're going to put that in the crease. I am then going to take that taupey, I would say pinky brown, and I'm going to apply that in the crease. Next, from the same palette, we are going to take this, the pinky, plummy, sparkly shade, and we're going to apply this all over the lid. Next, I'm going to take, I don't know how pigmented this is going to be, but it's Betty Jackson Black palette. It doesn't actually have, it's just called Eye Palette, which is great. And in it there is a lot of sparkly shades, but they're not that pigmented. So I'm going to take the cranberry colour here. I'm taking this fluffy brush. It is from the it's the Smashbox one. It's from the Shape Matters palette. And it's got an angled brush on one end that I use for shadow liner, and then this fluffy one on the other end. So I'm going to use this, dip it into the cranberry shimmery colour, apply this to the outer corners of the eye. I'm going to take the Revolution Redemption palette Iconic Dust. I'm going to take the shade second from last at the end next to the black, and it's kind of a shimmery, warm toned pinky brown. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply that to the same place that we just applied that cranberry colour, just to deepen up a little bit, and a little bit into the crease as well. Just a little bit on the outer corner, not too heavy. The light has gone because I had to empty my card, and I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. Where were we? I'm going to go back into the Betty Jackson Black palette. I'm going to take the lightest shade here on a flat shader brush, and I'm going to put that into the inner corner. I'm also going to apply it just underneath here. I'm also going to put a little bit of that just under the brow. I'm going to take a fluffy brush again, the one that I have seemed to misplace a lot. It's right here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take the light brown shades that we put in the crease, and I'm going to apply them underneath the eye. Next, I'm going to take the Electric palette from Urban Decay, and I'm going to take Freak from it, if I can open it. Colour Freak, which you can perhaps see is here. And I'm going to apply that underneath the eye, just underneath the lash line to give a pop of colour with an angled brush. Next, to make the eyes open, we are going to take the Rimmel Scandalise eye pencil in, I don't know what shade this is in, I think it's just nude. It's rubbed off the label though. So it's the Scandalise pencil in nude, and we're going to put that in the lower waterline. Next, I'm going to take my Revolution Awesome Double Flick liquid liner. It has two ends, a thin end, that end, and a thicker end. I'm going to take the thicker end, I'm going to do a thin line. Once I've done that, I'm going to curl my lashes. After curling my lashes, what I like to do is take an empty mascara that is basically all dried up apart from a little bit, and I like to wiggle that into the base of the lashes just to create a thick base so that your lashes look thicker. Okay, now that my lashes are all nicely separated and thickened up at the base, I'm going to take the Rimmel Wonderful mascara. This is one with Argan Oil, and it's just 001 black. Next, I am taking the Benefit, it's there somewhere, Benefit, it's rubbed off, They're Real, I think it's called. Benefit They're Real mascara. Don't like it on my top lashes, but it's really good for bottom lashes, so that's where I'm going to put it. Okay, so what happened was my battery went and I didn't realise. My camera didn't tell me. So, and yes, I did charge it up beforehand. So what I did whilst I didn't realise was I contoured, like I just pointed to, contoured. I used the contour shade, the more taupey, cool tone brown, I'd say, underneath my cheekbones to contour, and then I used the bronze shade on my forehead, and I also contoured under my chin and under my lip, and a bit of bronze on my nose. So now what I need to do is we need to apply blush, and I'm going to take the Benefit Dandelion Benefit Dandelion blush, and I'm going to use a little fluffy brush for that. Dip it in, get off the excess. I'm going to apply this to my cheeks. Now what I need to do is highlight and then lips. Favorite part is highlighting. I'm going to take this Real Techniques brush. It doesn't say what it is. Oh no, it's a contour brush, but I like to use this for highlight because it's rounded and the perfect shape to fit on my cheekbones. I'm going to take the Shape Matters palette again, and I'm going to take the highlight shade in it this time. This yellowy, golden, beautiful highlighter. Applied my highlight to my cheekbones, tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my brow bone and inner corner just to brighten them up. And I'm going to just blend out, if I can find it, with my powder brush, just so it's not too harsh. And I am going to apply a red lipstick with this. You could wear it with nude. A good colour to wear this makeup look with would be the Rimmel 103 Kate Moss lipstick. I think that would look very nice, but I am going to apply a cherry red lipstick. This is a number 7 one, and it's called Number 1 History, I think. And it's a cherry red, and I'm going to put that on the lips first. Then I'm going to line the lips with the Maybelline New York Colour Sensational Lip Liner in Hollywood Red. And this is the finished look. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Check out our other videos, give it a like if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. See you soon!